Hey, what's up guys? Phoenix here. This video is going to be another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile video, and this time it is going to be on a DDD deck list that got top 8 at a St. Louis, Missouri regional this past weekend. Now, this list got 5th place overall and was piloted by a duelist by the name of Sowell, and full credit goes to Asian Persuasion for getting the original deck profile from the event, and a link to his original video is going to be in the description of this video. But this deck list is very simple, very budgeted, and very interesting. I really like the fact that it's sort of a budget option for a combo-oriented DDD deck. Now, there aren't cards like Pot of Desires, Dimension Boundary, or Solemn Strikes in this deck list. Hell, there's not even a Cyphering Lord Omega in the extra deck. A lot of the more expensive options have been cut and foregone for something else in place of it, basically. This is very much a sort of budget-esque deck profile, but anyway, the list that he played was triple DDD Oblivion King Abyss Ragnarok, triple DD Savant Thomas, double DD Rebel King Leonidas, double Vanity's Fiend in the main, 3 copies of DD Savant Kepler, 3 copies of DD Swirl Slime, 3 copies of DD Necro Slime, 1 copy of Glow Up Bulb for the Beatrice combos turn 1, and the 1 copy of Radian, the multi-dimensional Kaiju. Now, this is an allure target, as well as it allows you to have potential to out ABC Dragon Buster and problematic cards like Beatrice on your opponent's side of the board, going second in unsided games. It's really kind of a clutch main decked option. I personally prefer Gamma Seal more than this card because it's a trade-in target, so going first, you have more trade-in targets rather than allure targets, but I could see the benefit of having more allure targets. But Gamma Seal is smaller. 28 is sometimes kind of big for you to get over if you give this to your opponent, unless you're using Ragnarok's banish ability, but that is besides the point for this specific instance. He played this card, and it was probably good for them. But for the spells, triple copy of Dark Contract with the Gate. Obviously, it's the 10 key. It searches your cards. 1 copy of Dark Contract with Swamp King. 2 copies of Trade-In and 2 copies of Allure just for some draw power, alongside the 1 copy of Upstart Goblin. And then for one-ofs, he played Raigeki, 1-for-1, Foolish Burial, and Twin Twister. 1 copy in the main. For the traps, he played quite a few of them, actually. 1 copy of Dark Contract with the Witch to be searchable removal, 1 copy of Starlight Road for Raigekis, Twin Twisters, and things of the like. The main decked Eradicator Epidemic Virus, Bottomless, Vanity's Emptiness, and Solemn Warning are the rest of his 6-card trap lineup. Now, this seems like a lot of traps to me, but if it worked for him, I guess there is potential going forward in the future. Although you could cut some of these traps that are a little bit weaker, like Bottomless and Eradicator, and maybe Starlight Road, and you could replace those with more draw cards if that's something you want to do to optimize, or replace them with more DDDs in the form of Savant Nicola to help combo potential. There's a few different like spectrums you can hit with this like potential deck that you can alter around and still maintain its budget potential. But anyway, for the extra deck, 1 DDD Wave King Caesar Oblivion Ragnarok, whatever. Wave Oblivion King Caesar Ragnarok. This card is a win condition by itself. There's not really needs much to be explained about it. It's an amazing fusion, and when you can pop this out late game for free off of your Dark Contract with the Swamp King, you are most likely going to be winning that game if you resolve its effect. Like, there's no two ways about it. It does a lot. 2 copies of DDD Oracle King De'Arc, 3 copies of DDD Flint King Genghis, 1 Trishula, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Virgil Rockstar The Burning Abyss, and Formula Synchron are all the synchros that he played. And then for the Exceses, he played 1 DD Duodon King Kali Yuga, which is another win condition in its own right, 1 copy of Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, 1 number 15 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder, 1 number 11 Big Eye, and 1 Beatrice the Eternal Lady. Now, biggest missing factor is there's no Omega or Titanic Galaxy in this extra deck. Now, Omega seems to have been omitted for Stardust Dragon. I don't know if he would actually make Stardust Dragon turn 1 with his normal Beatrice combo, or if he would just try to do something like going into Trishula. Virgil is obviously here for if Beatrice dies, you can summon Virgil, and then when it dies, it gives you a draw, or, you know, if you decided to play other rank 6s, it could be a rank 6 material in its own right there as well. Or it could just be a stepping stone into synchroing into like Trishula or Stardust Dragon if you haven't made those yet. Multiple different options there. Big Eye obviously can steal things with your Oracle King Darks, but he's also playing Leonidas, so he has more 7s to access Big Eye. Giant Grinder steals games on its own in its own right. There's a lot of like really gimmicky like steal game cards in this extra deck, even in the form of Starlight Road and Stardust Dragon. That's another card I would classify as gimmicky and steals games. But I digress. For the side deck, a 2nd copy of Radian, the multidimensional Kaiju, 1 copy of Allied Justice Quarantine, 2 Flying Seas, 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits, 2 Max Seas, 2 System Downs, triple Book of Eclipse, and 1 Twin Twister. Now, Book of Eclipse, I thought that Swords of Concealing Light was strictly better than this card, but against ABC, this card has more value because Swords of Concealing Light is a continuous card that has to resolve, meaning that they can just chain their ABC Dragon Buster to it to banish it, and it will not resolve, whereas Book of Eclipse does not have this same problem. As well as with DDD, you have a very heavy combo-oriented strategy, and you're usually able to vomit out large bodies on pretty relevantly high demand, and really high high capability. So this card being played allows you to usually clear your opponent's board. If you had any sort of simple combo hand, you're usually able to just throw out a lot of big offensive options. But this is the list that he played. There's definitely some tweaks that I would make to it if I was ever going to play this deck in an event, but honestly, it did well for him, and this is always some results that we can, just learn from. We can learn from the way people have played decks, little different choices they've made, and stuff like that going forward. So I want to know what you guys think about this deck list, and comments down below. I'd like to know what you guys think. It's a budget option, so if you're looking for that, then this is probably something you'd like to start playing with, or at least a starting point. But other than that, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to all the nonsense you usually do. Like I've already said, the link is in the description to Asian Persuasion's original deck profile. If you want to go check that out and listen to the player himself talk about the cards, then you can definitely feel free to go do so. But other than that, that is all for this video. Thank you for your time as usual. Thanks for watching as always. Let me know what you guys think again in the comments down below. And as always, guys, take care.